Hello there. I have a little ditty today, which is called Breaking News, and I'm going to read it to you straight away. The morning mist conceals the birds, yet still their lilting song is heard. I lay a while beneath my shroud, listening to the warbling cloud. The coffee cup drains itself, while topping up my fickle health. From radio's reluctant news blooms yesterday's emerging bruise, to spread its spill like rancid oil toward the day, as if to spoil the warming gift of light reborn, like birdsong dulled by muffled dawn. Breaking news. Initially called Waking, then called Waking News, then I realised that it's breaking news, because there's something of the broken in it. The breaking is referring to something broken, something that's breaking the day, that's breaking your pace, that's breaking your stride, that changes a mood. Just recently I've had a few readers, friends, say to me they really don't understand what I'm talking about in my poetry, which is fine. A lot of people haven't got the time for it, that they can't be. If there's something there, they want to be able to see it. They don't want to have to search for it too much. And I realise in reading that poem, although I have actually fiddled with that poem quite a lot to kind of pull it together and pull my intention and meaning together in a more obvious way. I'm going to explain it just a little bit, because in reading, I think that maybe those people who don't quite understand what I'm getting at sometimes will look at that and think that's one of the poems they don't get. Anyway, I guess it starts with breaking news and the meaning of that word breaking, and in this case it does refer to broken. It's something about like when you wake in the day and something breaks your thought or spoils a mood, or like the initial verse there is, I can hear the birds. I know they're there, I can hear them, but I can't see them because they're obscured by cloud. But I know they're there, so the cloud's getting in the way. It's breaking that vision. It's breaking that clear line of sight to something good that I like and I love. And I lie there and I listen to it, and I don't quite get it, because although I can hear it all, it's like the clouds singing to me. The birds are in that cloud somewhere, I can't see them. But the cloud is breaking it. It's broken that line of sight. But I know it's there. And it feels like something's got in the way of something more beautiful. Something's corrupted it. So I just listen to it as it is. And then we go, when I wrote this and I reread it, and I read that third triplet, the coffee cup drains itself while topping up my fickle health, I thought, what's that about? Why did I write that line? Obviously it's related to waking in the morning, so I'm thinking about the process. And then I realised what it's about. It's about it's a transaction. So it's about doing something that I think is good for me that's not. So I'm drinking something I like, it's something I love to do, just like listening to the radio, like listening to the news, watching the media. It's something I love, but it's not necessarily good for me. I drink the coffee, it tastes great, it's brilliant. In it goes, but actually it's topping me up. I'm draining the cup, but it's topping me up, and it's not topping me up with goodness. It's filling me with a chemical that's bad for me. Like listening to news consistently that is traumatic and bad for me, and it's bad news, to endlessly listen to that, something bad, and then on from that onto that very thing that's linked. From radio's reluctant news blooms yesterday's emerging bruise. The news we get today is often yesterday's news, but it's like you get hit in the face. Often the repercussions, the results of such things, the bruise comes days later. That's when you realise what it is. and that spreads, and it spreads out, and it ruins the day like rancid oil, like spilling onto a landscape. It's ruining everything. It's attempting to spoil it, because it gets in the way like the mist, like a cloud, obscures your vision. You can't see clearly. You're hearing this radio report. Is it true? Can I believe it? Is that real? What are they saying? I know the birds are in the cloud, but I can't see them. I hear the radio report, but I can't see. I didn't see that happen. How do I know it's true? These things I think I like, the media I love, I thrive on it, but it's not good for me. If I can't rationalise it, if I can't process it, if I can't tell if it's real or not, to endlessly listen to that without vetting it, without assuring myself that I'm hearing the truth or a lie, it's corrupting my day. It's influencing me. The warming gift of light reborn, like birdsong dulled by muffled dawn. Like a brand new day, the light comes in on a brand new day. It's beautiful, and then something comes to ruin it. Like your day, you wake up. It's a beautiful day, and then something happens. You hear something that ruins your day, or a big black cloud comes, covers it up, and it's gone. It's about these things that break us, that ruin our view, that obscure our view, that misinform us, and we think they're good for us. I have no end of friends who've been damaged by things they've done, seen, or been through in their lives, and they've lived in a world where they're addicted to it's become necessary for them to know what's going on in the world. So they've become addicted to the news, like many of us become. And you don't have to live in a specific world to be interested. You just have to be interested in human life and the world. And they have been. And almost lots of my friends who've fallen into trouble and fallen on bad times and depression and traumatic injury, they go and see their therapist, and the therapist will say, what do you expose yourself to on a daily basis? Do you listen to the news? Do you expose yourself to what kind of media? And of course, many of them are drawn to world events. Without exception, they're all advised to stop it. Stop doing that. Stop exposing yourself to this. Stop exposing yourself to these things that you enjoy, that you think are good for you, that are bad for you. They're not necessarily good for you, like drinking your coffee. You think it's great, it tastes good, you drink it up. You drink it tastes good, it goes down. But all the time it's topping you up with a chemical that isn't actually good for you. Same thing. Anyway, that's enough of that. I hope this recording works this time. I did it before and it didn't take for some reason, so I hope it's worked this time, because I cannot be bothered to go through all that again. Sorry, that was a little bit lacking in anything that might have lifted the moment. But it's an explanation of something that isn't important, because it's just a little scribble. Take it easy. I hope you're well. Mind how you go. And remember, just don't fill your brain with stuff that isn't necessarily good for it, even if it feels good, especially if it feels good. That's the trick. Okay, take it easy. Be good. TTFN.